Starting tonight, and the tip is up and controlled by the Mustangs.
Now, Dave, pay attention to the interior for the Mustangs. They have a lot of length and agility and athleticism that the Gamecocks don't have, and I look for the Mustangs to try to attack in the interior.
Well, always a real good ball movement team. Tim Jankovic's clubs known for the very good, efficient offensive sets. And, as you point out, some versatility. Even the bigs can shoot.
Breakout year for Jaguar, consistently improving every year, and really just looking for him to put his imprint on this team.
Hudson, the one returner with the ball up top, gives it off. Work it around down low. Interesting to see him attack inside. Not a whole lot there for Cross. And finally,
great job there, really hanging up.
Oh, bad pass and a turnover of the season.
Last year, SMU was pretty good with turnovers. For the Gamecocks, Coach Harper's a little bit worried. They had 18 in the exhibition game. Can't do that on the road.
The Gamecocks another chance. This time they'll pull from three, no good. Cleared by Isaiah Mike and the Mustangs.
Now that's something that's going to be different this year for the Gamecocks. Last year they were third in the country as far as getting their points inside the three-point line, but this year Coach Harper said they are going to let it fly.
Jaguar double teamed in the corner, lobs it way out up high again.
It's like the Gamecocks are going to try to take that interior away from the Mustangs and double down low.
Take it away by Hudson. He'll go the distance, and his layup no good. Right there, though, to try and clean up the mess.
Good job by the Gamecocks, just attacking the rim, trying to make it happen.
Well, free throw no good. And so SMU will have it back going the other way.
It's like a zone by the Gamecocks. Talking to Coach Harper before the game, and he said, look, they're going to try to mix it up, try to keep SMU off that comfortable feel offensively.
In the corner, and the through ball in and out for Isaiah Mike. And it's one and done on both ends right now for both clubs.
And that's a good defensive stand for the Gamecocks. That's the shot that they want, and from a player that isn't one of their stronger three-point shooters.
Side, and Zelly Snack fighting for it on the floor, stays with it. And the Gamecocks have control. Hudson for three, no good.
I know Coach Jankovic is going to be excited to see two of his star players on the ground. That kind of hustle can be infectious for a team.
Hunt's runner no good, but an offensive board for SMU. Baseline and
over-penetrating. And that's really a signature of a veteran ball club. Vandermill, first year here with the Mustangs, and guys are showing some poise here for the Mustangs early.
Jacksonville State getting some pressure out on the perimeter. Really good extension of that defense for SMU. And again, when you talk about characteristics of a Jankovic team, they're going to definitely give you pressure.
Top scorer, the top 6 scores from last year, and you can see him really trying to attack and give his team a little bit of cushion offensively as being a go-to scorer early. SMU talks about is the competitive nature of this group. They really love how competitive they are, and they talk a lot about Tyson Jolly and his really attitude in the locker room of being just that kind of hungry junkyard dog type of a player.
Pass batted away by just a little bit here. I saw 3 new Mustangs check in the game, including Everett Ray. Good to see him back. It has been nearly 2 years since he has been on the floor. And an offensive rebound for Jacksonville State.
Jakar Cross actually lost about 15 pounds over the summer, and you're seeing that agility and the ability to get that quick second jump. Offensive rebound. You're looking at a first-team JUCO All-American, and this is a guy that could score buckets and numbers, and he's going to be a guy that they're going to rely on both offensively and defensively this year for the Mustangs.
Harden on the dribble and knocked away briefly. Gets control of it again, and a contested jumper in the paint, no good. Everett Ray comes away with a rebound. Jolly playing a hot hand off the side iron, and Jacksonville State will take it back the other.
That team defensive stand.
So SMU with a 3-point lead in the basketball. Jolly into the lane, and he will pull. And last year, you mentioned American, guy who started his career at Baylor, and after a couple of years with the JUCO route, now with the Mustangs, and he'll poke down.
It makes them less fluid when you got guys jumping that passing lane like that and taking you out of your offense.
All right, a 5-point lead, largest lead of the game so far for SMU. Jacksonville State with some new faces in the ball game, but they go in again to cross, working hard in there against a double team. Out high, and a shot clock violation.
Offensively and taking them out of any type of continuity.
Smith from the corner, and the freshman just a little strong on that three-point attempt. Here comes Derek Cook with the basketball up quickly, and they'll get a three off. Where?
We call him instant offense with the coaching staff of the Gamecocks, and he had a couple games where he was 10+ from the three-point line, and both those shot over 50%, so you definitely need to find him in transition.
SMU ball, Hunt with the runner a little short, and it tipped out and eventually controlled by Jacksonville State. On the break, they throw
and really at least get a shot up in transition.
SMU will try to take advantage of the opportunity here, add to their lead. Charles Smith gives it off Shagwell. He took a little step.
On the scouting report, because you got to get out on that shot.
All the SMU bigs, they will shoot from distance. Certainly a contrasting style to this Jacksonville State team. And Ware into the lane with a kick out now. And good active hands on the defensive end. SMU comes away with it off the head to Hunt, and he'll flush.
Jumping the lanes, getting deflections. Jacksonville really is struggling to go through any of their offensive plays.
Oh, Hunt with a end up with SMU. Well, it definitely caught a piece of Kane Henry on its way out. So a 4-point lead for SMU, and Shagwell with the ball up high against Rubin. He will pull from about 18 feet. No good, and the tip back misfired as well.
And even though Hunt isn't getting that offensive rebound, just the fact that he's getting his hands on it, getting a little touch, gonna wear the defense down of the Gamecocks.
Vanderbilt skied for that rebound and gets all the way to the other end.
Basketball in transition, no one stopped Vanderbilt, and he just went unhindered to the basket.
Rube from way out, that shooter last year at Western Nebraska Community College.
Well, when you're from the Czech Republic, born with that ability to shoot, regardless if you're a big guy or
Charles Smith, freshman, hits the three-pointer. SMU able to answer right back. 6-point lead with inside 11 minutes to go. First half. In the corner, another three ball on the way for Jacksonville State, but it's off the mark again. You're wasting no time. So back and forth they go. Both clubs 1 and out each time.
And I think both teams are trying to really figure out the pace of the game that they're going to be comfortable playing at this year, where you look at the last couple minutes and not a lot of fluidity offensively.
Cook maybe forced one there, and the offensive rebound gets it out, and Ware misfires from the right wing.
This is when you need that veteran leadership to kind of slow it down, get to your set, get it to the player that you want, and get that bucket to settle the team down. Remember, there's no Shake Milton, no Jure Foster, no senior on this Mustang basketball team.
No, Shagwell, of course, probably the most experienced, and Smith off the mark, kind of quickly fired that three up there, and Jacksonville State trying to put a little pressure offensively into the lane. Good pass, and the little bunny, no good for Henry. He was working hard in.
Good. They got a lot of question marks to answer.
They have a 6-point lead at the moment, 9.5 minutes to go in this first half. Derek Cook, who will handle the point probably the majority of the season for Jacksonville State.
Yeah, he didn't play in the exhibition game, a little banged up, but Coach Harper is very high on Cook.
Now, Jolly's been off to a good start tonight, and he penetrates the lane to kick out to White for the open three, but it's not there for him. SMU with the offensive board. Underneath for it, Jolly. And this time,
of glass. You can't give a team, particularly when you're on the road, second and third scoring opportunities. And SMU has really, that's been a play almost. Throw it up and go get it on the offensive glass.
Jaguar with a rebound at the defensive end for SMU. He lobs it in. Again, Isaiah Mike. Maybe a little mismatch inside there. Mike just off the side iron, and Jacksonville State comes away with it. Gamecocks on the run. They do like to
feed it to Mike, who goes up to get the bucket. But again, you got to want to get those defensive boards.
The junior with a contested three and a big shot for the Gamecocks. Down by 3 now with 8 minutes to play first half. Annabelle handled the basketball out up high. Mike kick it out. Jolly mid-range jumper.
Too much, game slowed down for him. And when he finds that spot where he wants to get the shot up, he takes it. And he's really showing some leadership for the Mustangs early. Point guard position.
Really critical for SMU too at this time while they await decision on Kendrick Davis and Darius McNeil, the 2 transfers.
Yeah, he really is, and you look at the way they're going to be able to complement each other throughout this season. With
that is their 6th turnover already here in the first half.
Gamecocks, as I mentioned, had 12 in the first half in the exhibition game, and so that's the type of habit you want to get out of early, particularly when you're on the road.
Freshman Smith is a little lean in that
head, making the call easy for the officials. Again, you don't try to do too much. Take what the defense gives you.
Gamecocks going inside. Last year, 24 wins, 8 losses. Best season they've had since going Division I back in 1995. A turnover again on the inbounds. SMU, see if they can turn it into points this time. White on the dribble. Vanderbilt drives it right side, goes over. Gamecocks got to become a little more efficient on the offensive end. The struggle so far, and one of the guys they're going to lean on, Hudson, just give it up there in the corner. And underneath, Welsh comes up just a bit short. Jolly. Nose for the basket, out to Bandamel. Not afraid to shoot either. Offensive rebound.
Lack of recognition by the Mustangs. You had Everett Ray down on the block with the mismatch.
Good save, but SMU currently a man down on the floor. Takes a while for Ferran Hunt to get back onto the floor, and Everett Ray pulls down a defensive rebound. All right. Ray underneath looking, and they feed him, and he is fouled. Good job by the board. 22 months and missed all of last season. It's just a terribly frustrating start to his college career. He gets one of the 2 free throws. At full strength now, though.
I think what's going to be big for him is that mental part of just playing and knowing that your foot's healthy and your body's healthy, and he's going to be able to sustain the pounding of a season.
Martin looking inside. They're inside 10 seconds on the shot clock. Back out again, and
shoot it when I kick it out to you. But again, credit the defense of SMU, doing a great job of closing out defensively and really hampering the shooters on the exterior.
Looking for a little help. He got it. White on the drive, and there's the kick out to Bandamel. And the 3-pointer no good, but Everett Ray fights for the board.
Good job by Harden on the block out, but again, that's a team defense. You got to gang rebound when you're playing against the Mustangs.
A foul, and that's going to be offensive. A little better than 4 minutes to go. Jacksonville State need to have a couple of good offensive possessions to put themselves in a competitive position going into the second half. But once they get here, but I bet I'd probably have more TVs in my house.
I would think you would, yeah.
All right, well, SMU with the basketball. Jaguar picks up the loose ball on the baseline and tries to get that feed to Jolly. Well, they're really having to battle just to keep.
Is a textbook control game that, you know, either team's going to look back on and say, yeah, we really had it going on. But particularly the Gamecocks. I mean, 9 turnovers in the first half already. But they're not out of the game, though. So credit the defense of Coach Harper. Indicator of why the Gamecocks are still in this. Because defensively, they are a solid ball club.
Currently an 8-point difference. Both teams have kind of stuttered a little bit here offensively. And there's a good pick and roll. Hunt, double team though, and he walks. 3 minutes to go first half. And going to the big fella, but his pass knocked away and picked up by Smith.
Active hands defensively did the job.
Ooh, Hunt with a nice take, and he is.
Hunt changing positions a little bit this year, playing out in the wing. Coaching staff really high on him. It's going to take him a little while to get acclimated, but if he's able to get comfortable out there, have a nice front line.
Gamecocks answer back quickly.
And that's something that the Gamecocks has not been able to do throughout this first half, is take advantage in transition, get easy buckets, and take a little pressure off their offense.
Shagwell, good spin move, comes right back to the right side, and
SMU that feast on the offensive glass.
Mustangs back out to their largest lead of the game again at 10 points. Shagwell on the defense on that drive, and
Affecting their ability to not only see the rim, but to finish plays. So credit the weak side defense of the Mustangs.
Rather White with it, and gives it to Jolly. Again into the lane and back out Shagwell. Getting in.
See which team's able to close out the first half and take some momentum into halftime. And for the Gamecocks, getting a couple buckets, keeping it under 10 points would be big for their confidence down the stretch.
Room for
the Gamecock team getting a little pressure going into halftime. You don't want to have over double figure margin when you're coming out in the second half.
All right, with a minute to go, this time the shot by Hunt off the mark, and so a great opportunity for the Gamecocks here. They've played a rather deliberate offensive style in the half court, which runs a little counter to what they normally do. They felt like that was the way that they could compete with SMU, and that little spin move no good. Shagwell takes it away for SMU.
And that's just not a good shot by Cook. You're challenging a shot blocker that has a length on you. Pick it out, get it, can knock it down from distance. Rube just hit a 3 as well. He's still in.
Ware down in the right corner. Hudson up top of the basketball.
Looks like SMU's in a little bit of a 1-3-1 trap in the corner.
Well, inside 10 seconds now to go. And Jacksonville State's going to have to move the basketball if they're going to get a good shot off here. Strong drive right side, and the lay-in good.